All right, I'll go opening statement. First off, congratulations, Stony Brook. Thought they played a very good football game. We did not. They did a great job staying on the field. We had a very hard time tackling them. Don't know the number of missed tackles, but it was numerous, something we start every practice with. Spent about 8-10 minutes on it, and so that's an extremely frustrating part of watching that. And then we knew their D-line was going to move, and they did a great job of moving. And, you know, we're 3 for 10 on third down. They're 7 for 14. We couldn't get them off the field, and that's what happens. And I think they had numerous long drives, which was extremely frustrating. We had guys there, I think, probably half of those third down conversions, 7. I'd say at least 5 of them. We had an opportunity to tackle a guy before he got the first down. We had a guy in position and didn't. So extremely frustrating to see that. The 3 turnovers is terrible. Something that I thought we had been able to, move forward on, but obviously we didn't. So turn the ball over. You have penalties at crucial times for first downs, and you miss tackles and you miss blocks. It's a bad combination to be able to, try to go out and play a team that's playing really well. They're playing very well. So extremely frustrated with the end result, extremely frustrated with how our guys played, and disappointed at the same time. So, but credit Stony Brook. They played harder than us. I thought they had a great plan. They put their guys in a really good position, and we weren't able to match it.
The last drive at the end of the first half seemed to be devastating. 98-yard drive.
Yeah, I mean, you do everything right. You think you're in the spot. You punt it, make them go the distance. You get down there. I think we had a penalty on that, and I think we had a missed tackle on that one. So that one was extremely frustrating because you're close, you're tight there. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, it's 28-17. You're 21-17. You're there. So that, and then the opening drive, obviously, I think they held the ball for 13 minutes in the third quarter or something like that. So we only had the ball once.
You feel you had too much time to throw?
What's that?
You feel he had too much time to throw?
He did, but he got rid of the ball quick. I mean, again, a lot of those balls were not thrown very far. And then when he did throw far, he'd pump fake, and we'd bite on that, and they'd go behind us. So not very good with our eyes in the back end. Again, I don't know that we covered in the second half. I'm not sure we covered them. I mean, I think 3 of those touchdowns, they're wide open. And it's really our guys' eyes being in the wrong place, looking someplace. Thought their quarterback played an exceptional game. He's 34 for 40. I'd say we gave him 17 of those. Real simple, though.
Coach, maybe talk about, the wide receivers, doing a much better job this week going into this game. But it seemed like a lot of the wide receivers, when they were on the field, they just could not get open.
Yeah, we had no life there. I got to figure that out. I mean, felt like we were hoping to be open instead of trying to get open. I felt like we could run harder. I felt like we could go faster. I felt like we could do a better job of pressing their secondary, and for whatever reason, we didn't. Thought we had some nice catches, had some things take place, and then when we get momentum and we get a long one, JD puts the ball on the ground. So very frustrating.
On both sides of the ball, it seemed like both the O-line and the D-line struggled. Even with Tyrell Green going up 16 yards, he still struggled to break through that Stony Brook defense when he was on offense.
No, I mean we ran well, but I would agree with you. I mean, we were able to get some yardage, but not when we needed it. I mean, when we needed to get the crucial yardage, we couldn't. So frustrated with how we played. Again, they ran 80 plays, we ran 54 plays. We didn't run enough plays to have an opportunity, Sean got hit a couple times. Obviously, the one ball slips out. They scoop it up, get it down there. They get a short touchdown. We got a guy running wide open down the middle of the field, and he gets a ball batted. That was kind of our whole day. We get a big gain to Carter, get the ball out to the 45, I think, and we get an illegal chop block. We get a stop on 2nd and 18, and it's going to be 3rd and 18, and we get a late hit on the quarterback. Just terrible stuff. I mean, we only had 6 penalties, but all those penalties were crucial. All those came at terrible times.
How do you feel about the quarterback situation early on?
Yeah, I think Sean, again, man, when you're running for your life or when you're getting balls batted, I mean, that's not necessarily on him. And if your receivers aren't going hard, it's kind of tough. So that one's a tough one to evaluate. I'm not going to base our deal on, just this situation right here. So take a look at it, see if there's things we could always do better. But I mean, again, I think we got to do a better job protecting him. I think we got to do a better job putting him in a better spot too.
Without being too specific, what were your musings to the team after the game? What do you feel like they got?
Yeah, no, I just said you can't make that many mistakes and play a good football team. I mean, that's what a 28-point loss comes when you have that many penalties, when you have 3 turnovers and they don't turn the ball over and you don't take advantage of it. So pretty simple deal. I thought this type of game was out of our system. I thought we had done really well through 6 games to be able to stay focused, stay dialed in, and play really competitive games. So this one's frustrating.
Coach. So Stony Brook had 183 rushing yards in the first half. However, the D-line did force them to negative 11 rushing yards in the second quarter. What did you guys say in the locker room during halftime to get the D-line in the secondary?
Yeah, I don't know about them having. I mean, I think they ended with 125, so I don't know what they had in the first half. But I thought we were stopping the run decently throughout the course of the day. We just couldn't stop all their quick passes. So I mean, we number 1 rushing back in the conference. I think Roland runs really hard. I think he runs low. He's difficult to get down, and we just knew we had to stop that. But really, our struggle was, if you look at all these receptions of these guys, I mean, anytime somebody's getting 34 receptions, you're not stopping something on the defensive end.
Coach, you went positive at the end. Ike's touchdown and 70 yards, whatever he had at the end. First time he's really carried the ball.
Yeah, Devin was a little limited today. Obviously, he had the 75-yarder to open up the game, and sometimes those are good and sometimes those are bad. Guys think it's going to be easy all day. First thing I told every guy was, "Hey, that one doesn't count. Let's make sure we're smart." But yeah, really glad to get Ike in. Thought he handled that extremely well. You saw what type of guy he could be, and then you saw his speed. So we've been trying to get him in the last couple games, and this one worked out really well.
Coach, so there was a play in the game in the first half where one of the Stony Brook players, the punt returner, he caught it inside the 10-yard line, and you guys were able to get them closer. When the opponent made mistakes like that, did you feel more confident in your game plan?
Well, when the punter kicked the ball out of the end zone, the reason we got the ball at the 2, because the rule is that happened in the open field. So if that would have happened in the end zone, you can do that, and then it would be a safety. When he fair caught it at the 4, I think it was. I mean, he drifted. He drifted deep, and I just think that's a great kick by Bryce. Bryce struggled a little bit today because he really hit some shorter ones than he normally does. But I mean, feel good about that guy tracking it, and glad he caught it, because I think that was one that we had an opportunity. I think it was the 2 actually, but then we ended up giving him a 98-yard drive. So we couldn't take advantage of it. We say win the field position battle, do what we need to do, and we were unable to do that.